me. So go ahead, Gene.
Let me unmute here.
Oh, Gene, I think you actually muted yourself.
Now.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay. Chris, could you just talk about how stunned or whatever the adjective might be upon hearing the news that Leonard Fournette had been released?
Yeah, we were shocked about it. He came in the room a couple minutes before our team meeting and let us know that he had got released. We didn't believe it. We thought he was joking because, he laughs and jokes with us all the time. And it wasn't really until Coach Marone said it in the team meeting that we really believed it. And, it was a shocker for everybody. The mood was just different that day or different yesterday at practice. But it's the NFL, and we just have to rock with the decisions that's being made.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Gene. Let's jump over to John Shipley.
Hey, Chris. What have you seen, albeit it's only been a couple of weeks, what have you seen out of some of the younger backs on the roster with Devine Ozigbo, James Robinson, and Reichwell?
I've liked just looking at their skill sets. They're guys that, in my opinion, I think they can do a little bit of everything. They're good pass catchers. They can run routes pretty good, and their vision is amazing, especially James. I think he's one of those guys, to me, in my opinion, probably has the best vision out of all of us. And it's been great to see a young guy like that be able to come in and be able to make the plays and hit the holes that he's been able to hit. And I'm excited. I'm excited for all the guys. Nate, he's the fastest running back that we have right now. And so I'm excited for him and his future. And then Raquel and Zig, they're both guys that were here last year. And now, with Leonard not being here, they're going to be able to get a lot more opportunities. And from what I saw, from what Rock did last year and Zig, especially in that last game against the Colts, I think those guys have a lot of potential. And, we're going to see here moving forward.
All right, thanks, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, John. Let's go over to Mia and then Jordan.
Hey, Chris, first question from me. Terry Robisky said this morning that you have been a godsend for him in terms of helping make this room happen in the transition, moving to Jay Gruden's offense. I'm just curious, what has been the biggest transition? I know obviously you weren't there last year, but for those guys that were under a different system, what has been the most difficult thing on the field now going to Jay's offense?
I think for a lot of those guys, it's more so been the terminology and it's hard for guys, especially young guys they were in the offense last year, the two guys as rookies, and now just having to forget everything that you learned last year and try to learn something totally new. And for us, especially as running backs, we try to do everything we can to relate words and phrases and run plays to what we know already or what we've been taught before. And that transition for some guys is, I feel like it was kind of difficult at first in the beginning, because guys were, I have a certain way that I've learned Jay's offense. And then the running backs that were here last year and Coach Robisky learned their offense a little bit of a different way as far as which keywords and stuff to listen to. So I've been able to help those guys with those details and, being able to try to make it, for me, I think, just try to make it easier for those guys. And then when Coach Robisky has questions, I'll say pretty much everything I can answer without him even having to go ask Coach Gruden because I've been around him for a long time. So I feel like I've been able to help him even on the run. When we're putting in plays, this morning to go outside and run, Coach Robisky asks me sometimes, hey, what is this play? What you got on this? And then I'm able to break it down and give them the details about the route or a run play or whatever. So, it's been cool for me too. It's almost like I can kind of be a mini coach. So I'm like coaching up the young guys as well. And that's something that I think I want to do once I get out. So it's been fun. It's been a nice experience for me.
And then one other question from me. The organization launched their Get in the Game campaign, encouraging voter turnout. Obviously, that comes on the heels of the different marches that the Jaguars organized back in June. For a guy who just came into this organization, I know there's teams across the league that are doing things for, to prevent social injustice. But what's been your takeaway of how the organization has approached everything that's been going on in this country?
Honestly, I've loved it. I've loved everything that this organization has done. And early on when we started our meetings, one thing we did was the march. And I was able to meet a lot of guys then because we weren't able to do OTAs and mini camp and stuff. And then to have the only minority owner in the league has been great to I guess just get a different outlook on things, and being able to have him in meetings sometimes, just talking to us and seeing the way he thinks and where he came from to get to where he is. I think it's all been amazing, and I'm glad we, as well as all the other teams in the league, especially I'm gonna call out the Ravens because I've seen what they did over the last couple of days. Like that's huge what they've been able to do, and it's things like that we've been talking about as far as just helping our community, and then in the future try to make it national, try to make it a national thing, be able to maybe get to DC and talk to them about some things. And I'm excited that all the sports league are doing these things and getting into something different, because politics is something that we're always told to stay away from, and just stick to being athletes. But we're more than that, and I'm glad that we have our owners and management just having our backs in this situation and the tough times that we're not going through it, but our people are having to deal with some things right now. And I'm just happy to see everything that's been going on.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks, Mia. Let's go over to Jordan, and then Mark, and then Cassidy.
Hey, Chris, everybody's been talking about how much you've been able to help the other players on the offense, get acclimated with Jay Gruden's offense.
Mm-hmm.
And people always talk about your pass catching ability, which you've shown both of those things so far through training camp. But what are you going to bring to the field in 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks now, as a runner when you take on the Colts?
Hopefully I'm able to do everything that I possibly can, and maybe even get more running opportunities when we get here and play the Colts in, I think, 12 days or so. With Leonard being out, we just all, as a group, we just don't know how those things are going to work out. But in 2017, I was kind of in a similar situation where I had to take a bulk or a load of the carries, or I'll just say the plays in the game. And for me, I thought it worked out well up until my injury. So I'm excited for the opportunity if it's there. And I've been a running back. I've been running the ball all my life, so it's not something that I can't do. It's just a choice that, since I've been with Jay for so long, and I've had some nicks and bruises here and there, he's just wanted to protect me, because I'm one of the guys that he doesn't want to miss games. So for him, I think he feels like, hey, if I can just keep him in the pass game, if I can keep him in open field, then I can keep him healthy. But we'll see. I think only time will tell at this point. They haven't really discussed anything with us just yet.
Thanks, Chris.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Mark.
Chris, when you get over the shock of Leonard's departure, does that room kind of pick up a little bit in terms of, hey, this opens it up for all of you guys to see the ball more, get more touches, more carries?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we have to do. We have to, for one, just deal with it and that situation, and then from there we gotta go back to work. And for me, I gotta be one of those guys, since I'm the oldest one in the room, to be able to tell these guys, like, hey, this is it's unfortunate. I didn't want him to leave here. I was really getting to know him and just having fun, just being around him every day and getting to know who he truly is and his background and everything. But just letting those guys know that these things happen. And I mean, we didn't know what decisions were going to be made here in the next couple of days. We got cut down to 53. So, you just got to roll with the punches, and we all got a job to do. So we just got to go out, and do our jobs to the best of our ability, and whatever decisions they make upstairs, it's not in our control. We can control what we do out there on that field, what we do in the meeting rooms, and that's it.
Thanks, Mark. All right, let's wrap it up with Cassidy.
Hey, Chris, sort of building off of that, I know without Leonard, that you are the veteran guy, you are sort of the leader in that room, but purely just on the field as well, how does your mindset change knowing that your snap count's probably about to change?
I think for me, it's I'm excited about it. I would say I am. I think there's going to be more opportunity for me and to be able to show, what I can do, be able to show this fan base and people that brought me here what I'm capable of doing. And as far as well as a lot of the young guys as well, I think it's going to be a big opportunity for them. We got 2 guys in their second year and then 2 rookies that's fighting for jobs, and they're going to be out on that field playing a lot more than they have with Zig and Raquel. They're going to be playing a lot more this year. So I'm excited for the opportunities. Every single day, I just get myself as ready as I possibly can, as far as the way that I practice, the way that I condition after practice, because anything can happen at any time, or injuries happen. That's just part of the game. So you never know. You can't just sit back and just say, hey, Leonard is going to be the guy. He's going to take all the reps or whatever, and then something like this just happened, and it shocked all of us. So for me, the way I prepared, it didn't come as the decision came as a shock, but the opportunity, not so much.
And then you mentioned the young guys and a couple of rookies. You've been around for several years now. Is there anything you can say or do to sort of prepare them for what the next couple of days will be like getting down to 53?
Yeah, I've just been talking to them. The best thing is just knowing that you can only control what you do out there on the field. And then on top of that, it's all about your consistency and how you handle pressure. And I feel like some of the guys today, they were put in some situations where they were taking a lot more plays. The rookies were taking a lot more plays and stuff today, and coming off the field and a bit tired as expected. But I was just telling them, I was like, hey, this could be the situation that we're in. This could be you in on Sunday or next Sunday when we play. You can be in for a couple games. So they're trying to see how you can handle that if they have to make you the guy type deal. And I think they've been handling it well. One of the guys said this morning, like, I just want to know what's going to happen. I just want to know where I stand. And it's like, I was like, bro, you can't control it. You just got to wait. You got to let it happen. You're not, whatever you've been doing, you just continue to do it and be consistent, and they're going to make those decisions. You can't change their minds about it regardless. Like, so, I know it's something that they're nervous about, but it'll all work out for them.
Thanks, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Chris, thanks so much for your time.